أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I welcome you all in our today's online session of applied physics. Hope you all are fine and having good health. We start today's session with the verse of Holy Quran. Further, we moving towards our today's session about the application of physics in electronics. So we all know that the physics is the behavior of natural sciences, and it's also applicable in most of the drive sciences and basic sciences. So application of physics in electronics, we need to discuss in thorough overview related to the definition. Basics, electronics is the science of how to control electric energy, and that energy which is in the electrons have the fundamental role. So electrons is an essential quantity of charge which can drive the current phenomenal activity, and current further drive electricity, and electricity further drive the electrical and electronics oriented devices. And most of the daily routine uh, devices are based on the electrical and electronics devices. It also deals with the electrical circuit that involve an active electrical components such as vacuum tubes, transistors. So vacuum tubes we also discuss in the discharge tube experiment and the aspects of electron gun experiment, all the basic uh, concepts we discuss in our lecture number 9 and 10. Transistors, diodes, and integrated circuits, which are the ICs, and associated passive electrical components, which are resistor, inductor, and capacitor, and interconnected technologies, which are the drive cards, drive electronics component. Basic electronic components to build electronic circuit are resistor, capacitor, and diode, transistors, and integrated circuits as well. So further, the components which are the used in robotics are active component which are related to the voltage source and current source. After that, the passive components are resistor, capacitor, and inductor. And in last, the semiconductor devices are diodes and transistors. So these are the basic phenomenal need to drive some kind of robotics, electronics, and drive electronic devices or cards, which are the voltage, current source, transistor, capacitor, inductor, and diodes and transistors. So are the basic entities. And now moving towards the current and voltage resistor concept. Voltage source voltage source that has two terminals, that is positive and negative polarity. Some examples are car batteries, which are 12 volt. The portable car batteries are the portable car which can operate on 12 volt DC by the battery. D cell batteries, D cell are the dry cell batteries, 1.5 volt DC, and a wall socket that is 120 volt AC. And another way that it would be 220 volt AC as well. Further, current is the flow of electrons. The rate of flow of charge is called also electric current. It is measured in ampere. Convention current sign is to electron velocity. And last, the resistance, which is measured in ohm, is the ability to oppose an electric current. That capability of a particular device is called, or a particular component are we called resistance. Basic electrical principles are conductors are keep loose grip on their electrons and allow electrons to move freely. Metals are usually the good conductors, and metals are copper, iron, etc. Insulators keep close hold of their electrons and do not allow free movement of electrons. That is, example, glass, wood, plastic, mica, fiberglass, and air are good insulators. So these are the insulators. Electromotive force, or we call the EMF, is the force that moves electrons through conductors. Its unit of measure is the volt. Think of it as similar to as pressure. So EMF is like a pressure to move that particular electron in a conductor. Now, this is another wonderful concept of atomic structure that we already discussed in our, I think, first or second lecture of light physics. And you can see that this is the atomic structure in which two parts are consist by atom, that is the shell. Another one is nucleus. Shell consists of electrons and nucleus consists of proton and neutron. The electron negatively charged particle, proton is the positively charged particle, and neutron is a neutral and having no charge. Electron revolve around the nucleus in its shell, and these shell are electron fill capability. Further, it should be like electron cloud, positive nucleus like this one, and other aspect we already discussed in our previous session as well. So circuit definition, that how we make a circuit and how uh, the way to make a circuit. A circuit must have closed loop to be completed, like a bulb light. We have a bulb and it is operated by a positive and negative of the terminal of battery. So we connect respectively in this way. Then bulb would be glow. And it provides the light. So broken insulation allows wire to touch, producing a short circuit, which means if these two wires are not insulated, not covered, and touch each other, then light cannot be glow and the battery would be vanish its charge, and maybe that light would be burnout of bulb. So all these three possibilities can be fulfilled if the insulation of the wires are broken, are damaged. Then the physical and electrical damage in the form of short circuit we can see in figure B. Break the wire, produce an open circuit. And if the connection is made and we need to open it, then it would be a open circuit. So battery connect by this wire of positive, the negatively a terminal of battery of with the bulb is open. We can say that due to the open circuit aspect, it cannot be operate, bulb will be off and cannot glow the light. Now further moving towards the most important aspect of electronics, that is the Ohm's law. Ohm's law relates current I, voltage E, and the resistance, that is R. The relationship between the resistance of three relation between written in three ways, that E equal to I into R, that is V is equal to IR. We can another way we can say that this expression can be arranged in this way, that I is equal to E upon R. Can be said that the V upon R, and for I would be R equal to E upon I. We can say V upon I. So these are the three entities in voltage, current, and resistance are the proportionality in between each other. Like the voltage and current is directly proportional to each other, where the resistance is kept constant with all the physical aspects as well. Further, this one another concept of Ohm's law, in which we need to discuss the concept of flow of electrons in form of current due to the potential charge of battery and the resistance that bear that particular power. So in this diagram, the relationship between three entities, and if after the three entities given to us, one is unknown, then what will be happen in this scenario? Then we can say that the first we have to uh, select this diagram, the concept you can see there. The battery, which is positive and negative, is connected with the resistance, having the ammeter, which is measure the ampere of current, having value 2 ampere, and the value of potential is unknown here. But fortunately, out of three, the two entities we know. Given that, as per the data, current of 2 ampere given to us with value of resistance 10 ohms, and we need to find the value of E, that is the voltage potential. Then the formula of V is equal to IR, E equal to IR would be arranged in this way. By multiplying both the two entities, current and resistance, with each other, then we got the value of 20-volt potential in this circuit that is fed by the battery. So further we moving towards the second category of diagram and concept. As per the data, the voltage of 12 volt provide to the resistance 6 ohm, and current is drawn in the circuit, but it is unknown, that we need to find it. So as per the given data, all the things being mentioned here, with the unknown value of current, that is I equal to E upon R, then 12 volt divided by 6 ohm of resistance, divide both the entities with 2 ampere of current that is drawn in the circuit by the battery. Now moving further towards the third category of concept, as per the diagram, we have the potential of 6 volt provided by the ampere 2M2, and the resistance we need to find is unknown. So as per the data, we need to arrange the formula E equal to IR for resistance R, that is R equal to E upon I. So E having the potential 6 volt divided by the 2 of ampere would give the value 3 ohms of resistance. So these are the reciprocal concepts of Ohm's law that we study here, and it's an essential and important aspect in Ohm's law to very well known about potential, current, and the resistance, and the relation of each of one with each other by the V is equal to IR concept. Now, moving further towards the resistors. So resistors, we all know, a device which oppose the electric current. So resistance are having two terminal of device, consist of these bands: first band, second, third, and fourth band. First band is the first digit, second band is the second digit, third band is the number of zeros, that is going further towards increment of value of magnitude further, and the last fourth band is the tolerance. So uh, first three bands are having the value which we need to know: black having 0, brown having 1, red 2. These are the concepts of color coding band of resistor are 1, 2, 3 of bands, 1, 2, and 3. And if we have the fourth band, the fourth band having the consisting of value, that gold, silver, and non. Gold having the tolerance value plus minus 5%, silver having plus minus 10%, and the having the band but having no color, then we can say it's up plus minus 20% at the tolerance value. So these are the color coding aspects related to the resistor, and how it looks like, that we can say in this way. We can say, so color bands to identify the resistance value, and how the way that how to find the band of values. So I uh, repeat for you guys that the short form of these color coding bands are BB Roy, good boy, very good, white. So this is the short form. that in 2000, I think 10, I remember this one, and this is 2023. So 13 years, I remember the concept of BB Roy, good boy, very good white. So this is a short form of color coding band of this resistor. So carbon composition resistance element. So these are the different kind of materials, metal technique, technology by which the resistance we made. So protective insulation shield can also be implemented out there. And the symbolic representation of a schematic diagram of resistance are looks like this way. This is the symbolic representation of resistor. So connecting wires, I already discussed the two terminal device that incoming and outgoing charges of current flow from it, and the opposition of impact we can bear by its composition of resistance, and it consists of the value of resistance by which it made. Another way of the memorable thing that we can understand the concept of sequential order, that black bears run on young grass by violets growing wild. Another way of BB Roy, good boy, very good white. I remember the concept in this phrase. So this is all about today's session of applied physics. We inshallah discuss the concepts of applied physics in next lecture as well. So if you have any kind of question, query, or difficulty regarding today's session, then feel free to ask. I will answer the kind of question and resolve your queries if you have in your mind. Otherwise, we end today's session.